of not allowing us to get them out of rhythm offensively from a defensive standpoint. They executed their game plan. Even we've been very disruptive up until the day, getting deflections and steals, and now allowing our opponents to be comfortable running their offense, and that has worked real well for us. Today, we just didn't quite seem to have the focus to be as disruptive as you have to be in the ACC in order to be successful. We need those extra deflections, we need those extra steals, so we allow ourselves to get out in transition. We need to be able to contest shots and get long rebounds, and today we were not able to do that. I went into the season thinking that we would be a pretty good perimeter shooting team, and I still think we're capable of. But I think we still are struggling to get the kind of ball movement and ball reversal that's necessary to what we call break up the concrete, not allow defense to compound themselves in the lane. In the day, I didn't think we moved the ball well enough to create an indecision on the defense. Hopefully what we can do is learn from this game, learn that in order for us to be successful, there are certain things we have to do on a consistent basis in order for us to win. That by closing out with our hands up, taking away vision, getting deflection, forcing steals, forcing contested shots, and forcing people to miss so we get long rebounds. Today, Clemson was able to execute their system, get the ball where they wanted to, and that allows a very hard-fought loss for us. Any questions?
You called that timeout early in the second half. Was it focus or effort, or were you frustrated?
Well, a little bit of all of it. You know, early I just sensed that they were able to, we put full court man-to-man pressure, and they were just able to just step and get the ball out of the bag without any resistance. And I thought that sent a bad signal to me that maybe we were not quite energized enough to be able to not let a team just get the ball in bounds as easy as they were able to get it in bounds. We normally have been pretty effective with that, not allowing certain people to catch the ball and forcing other folks to have to come and pick the ball up. And that sent me a bad signal from the beginning.
Were you concerned that any part of this was maybe, I don't know, starting to get a little too confident after the win streak, or is it just one of those days?
Well, human nature is what it is. I mean, you have a tendency, regardless, when you go from being the hunter to the hunted, that's a big change. You know, it's not easy to run 5 in a row in the ACC. People respect it. And so they've lost 3 of the last 4. We won 6 of the last 7, had going into this game. So that's part of what separates good from great. Maturity will allow you to understand that the more success you have, the more focus you got to have, because now people are giving you their best shot every time you play. That's a maturing aspect of the game, and I thought we exposed a little immaturity by not understanding that you got to turn it up a notch every time you play when you got the bullseye on your back, on your shirt. So that's an opportunity for us to learn. I told the guys, I'm not real sure anybody's gonna win the ACC with only 2 losses. So we still got a lot more work to do, and so we have just as much chance as everybody else. Now it depends on who's gonna go out and grow and mature and come with the right frame of mind every night. That's the team that's gonna win. Because in the ACC, to be very honest with you, in any given night, anyone's capable of winning. There's not anyone that's overshadowing anybody. You know, it's going to be the team that has the ability to come as close as they can to being as consistent with who they are, offense and defense. And that's the team that's going to win. The team's going to find that magic level, that focus. And right now, you know, you look like it's up for grabs. And We probably got another week or so before it start leveling off, but I think it's just going to be a dog fight through the remainder of the season for everybody. Regardless of whether you're home on the road, every game is going to be a very competitive game.
Rebounding had been a strength, I think, during this win streak for you all, but tonight, was it more Clemson's experience and depth in the front court, or?
Well, you know, one of the players said that they were physical, but I can't see that when we normally have been flying from the corners, the top of the key, getting tip-ins, and I thought tonight that we were not as focused on offensive rebound as we have been. I thought that there were some times that I don't know who would have got them, but we didn't go. You know, we stood and looked over someone's shoulder. They do a very good job of blocking out. So you can't you got to anticipate that. And you got to be spinning, rolling, but you can't just turn and go. And they're a good fundamental sound defensive blockout team. So you got to be going to the right, going to the left, rolling, spinning. You just can't accept it. And I thought there were times when we just accepted the blockout and wasn't nearly as aggressive as I thought we could.
Do you think just being able to watch this tape will be good for them to see the difference between?
Well, it has to be, because we're gonna see a completely different approach, and you're gonna see them being very focused on executing each one of those sets that they call, just kind of what we call break up the concrete, just move the defense. When you allow defense to be set, and then you try to go against them on one or two passes, you play into their hand. Well, they move the ball, reverse the ball move, and then after about the fourth or fifth pass, then they're trying to go high-low. That's great execution. And I didn't think we had enough of that. Yes, sir.
What adjustments do you hope to make to improve the three-point percentage moving forward?
Well, if you came and watched us practice every day and watched us get those shots, you'd be saying, boy, that's a pretty good shooting team. But in order to get those types of shots in the practice, you have to create them. No one's going to let you stand there and just shoot wide open jump shot. So consequently, the ball has to move, because if you reverse the ball twice, sometimes 3 times, somebody's gonna make a defensive mistake. Then the gaps are wider for you to penetrate in there and kick it. And then when you throw the ball into the post, the defense collapses and you got those kickouts too. We didn't throw the ball to the post very much. We didn't move the ball enough to have gaps that we can penetrate and create for those shots. So we went. But even at that, I thought that we might have rushed some threes, and but that's what you do when you got allowed the defense being close proximity to you, and we had some wide open uncontested ones that we just didn't make. You know, we just made half of those. I've been happy, and then I think we missed 9 layups. Well, at one point we had counted that we had missed 9 layups. We probably missed more than that. It's one of those nights, and you got to give your opponent the nod, and then you go learn from it, and hopefully we'll be a better team moving forward as a result of what we learned about this game.